lówó torí mo lọ́lọ́. The one in the place I pray. Big money enter the place one day. Money enter the place I pray. Ice, bóyá sọ pé mo rọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Mórí o, mórí o, mórí sẹ́rẹ̀ nínú ayé mi. Láti mórí o, mórí wípé bí o tilẹ̀ ké o fàánú gbà mí. Àyà o ṣe o, àmì bí mo tilẹ̀ ké o fàánú gbà mí. Wọ́tà, bóyá sáré sọ pé you dey talk wetin God no talk. I no dey hear wetin devil do. What time you say? Mi ò gbọ́ pa, mi ò gbọ́. I no hear wetin devil do. You say? You say? You see it? Want to know?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming. Dr. Stephen Akita was here last week, so he said, we'll save the gist for when your wife comes.
Yes.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous. Thank you so much for coming. So, going straight into it, because one of the reasons why we brought you here was because of something a lot of men shy away from. Many men don't encourage their wives to be successful. And we heard that your story is such that your wife was just a housewife.
Yeah.
She wasn't really the outgoing type, quiet, but you intentionally built her into the business that you had already started. Yeah. Tell us about that. Because why did you think it was right to grow your wife to that level?
Well, by the way, thank you for having us. Can we all celebrate the one and only Moriah? Thank you for having us. For me, it was the fact that my mother was the breadwinner growing up. So I saw a very enterprising woman, and I saw the importance of making sure that your wife is financially stable, because if my mom didn't have that, we won't be here today. Also, I understand the fact that entrepreneurship is very complex.
Right.
Today, you have billions in your account. Tomorrow, you have zero.
Yeah.
And the family needs to be stable. So when you have situation where just one person bringing something in, it can create some very tough situation. Lastly is also that I realized that your self-esteem, particularly as a woman, is boosted when you bring something to the table, right? When you see some of the most abusive relationship where women are being abused, sometimes because it's the man bringing the money in. Yeah. There are a lot of men who intentionally don't want their wives to be financially free,
right?
Just so that they can continue to abuse that wife. Because they know that if the wife is financially free, then she can make her choices. I used to, have this humorous joke with my wife. When people say she's humble, I say, I believe you are humble in this relationship. When you start making your billions and you are still humble.
Let me come to her. So are you still humble? After you're now making billions.
Am I still humble? Let me throw the question back to you. Am I still humble?
In a way.
Can you imagine?
So tell me how both of you met. And did you ever think that you guys would ever get to the point where you're building businesses together? Tell me in the beginning. How was it rough? How was it in the beginning?
So basically we met in church. Okay. That was where we met. And
was a church boy or just one of those?
No, it was a church like boy. A typical member. Church boy. Oh, nice. He was a pastor in church. Yes, so a pastor that was praying and was watching at the same time.
And you're a sister that would just see the pastor.
And I was a sister that was just helping the ministry of pastor at that particular point.
And he just caught you. And that's how he caught you. Okay,
so basically then, he has this foundation and I love to help kids. I love to help the less privileged people. And I actually found myself in that particular foundation also helping. So for us, wasn't about love. The relationship didn't start based on, I had a feeling for him. I had butterflies in my stomach. For him, it was just the same, actually. It wasn't about matchmaking, but it was just for him, according to what he said. He just saw that I was going to help him with his vision. And it was like, okay, he was out of a relationship. I could help. So for me was hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit,
Right.
because I prayed about it. Prior to that, it was never in the category of men I would love to date. Honestly, it didn't tick all my boxes.
Ouch.
It didn't check it as at that time, because I wanted somebody who could,
Ouch.
who is actually tall.
That hurts.
I thought I would date somebody
tall.
who is
Wait, am I
light
not
skin.
tall?
No, it
Oh,
was
okay.
tall, but
Okay.
not
Light
it's not
skin,
light
okay.
skin.
Okay.
I'm talking about the TDH.
Yeah,
You know,
got
the
you,
tall,
got
dark,
you.
and handsome.
Yeah.
Not
You're the
dark, but
spec.
my one is tall,
light,
light, and
and handsome.
handsome.
Okay.
Somebody will buy me flowers, buy
Yeah.
me gifts, and all of that. Talk soft spoken, but he's not soft spoken as at that time.
Okay.
So, but basically, he was a workaholic, and
Yeah.
I didn't like him for the fact that I wanted to date a workaholic.
Right.
It didn't look like someone that was going to be romantic.
Okay.
So it was never in the specification of the man
people-
I would love to marry.
Okay.
But I kept praying again. I
How
even
do I
prayed
leave
against
this show? I need to drop this mic and leave here.
Please, we listen, but we don't judge on this show, right? We listen.
Yes, we don't judge.
So just listen.
So basically, I prayed against
Yes.
him asking me out when I noticed he was going to ask me out.
Wow.
So I prayed to God. I'm sensing this in this man, but I like him for who he is,
But not
as
as
a
a
leader,
husband.
but not as a husband. But each time I pray, I kept hearing something different. So for me, that was how.
So it's like a divine assignment to marry this
Yes,
person.
yes.
Now, let me come to that, because I like the divine assignment bit, but there's always there's a notion that once the assignment is done, we always think, okay, God, you brought me here. You brought us together. But there's some other things that don't really always match up. So my question is, when you see those things that that you don't that it doesn't add to your spec, how do you still stay in love with somebody who your assignment is together, but there are other things that still comes up? How do you manage those situations?
Even if you were in love before you get married, all those things will still come up.
True.
So for me, it's about intentionality in marriage. We believe in and working together to ensure that it's going to work.
Fantastic.
So like I said, there was no butterfly in my stomach for him. There wasn't for him as well.
Yeah.
But we did things intentionally and we grew in love.
Okay,
And
so
there
now
was-
that you have a lot of money, I want to add this to this question. Now that both of you are independent and you are successful, do you see yourself thinking of, okay, we have achieved together, can we now build something totally like a family? I'm trying to get questions right. You're individually successful, but do you think that now both of you can now come together to do something outside what you've done individually as a couple?
So basically, I would say yes, we are doing that at the moment.
Okay.
Even though he's very successful, I'm successful at what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
But still, we are still interconnected.
Right.
Everything we are doing is still interconnected.
Right.
And we're still working towards ensuring that whatever we are building, we're not building
Right.
for just us. We are building for the future. We are building for posterity. So we still
fantastic.
do things together. Basically.
Dr. Kitaya, let me come to you. So, people see you just recently did your birthday. It was all over social media. Congratulations. How does it, when you look at all the things you put together as a man, do you have any regrets in your decisions in life, business? Because some men will say, this my wife is so empowered. Hey, we did not expose her to things that she shouldn't ordinarily be exposed to. If I just kept her JJ in the house, she won't have this kind of exposure. But now that I've built all these and she's in charge of Dubai and she's in charge of this place, have I not exposed this woman too much? Especially see how gorgeous she looks. So are you threatened by her independence? That's really the question.
Funny enough, I think she's not even ambitious enough, as far as I'm concerned.
It's that often.
I think she hasn't even touched what I have, what I see that she's able to do and become. And yes, I'm not threatened at all. Like I said, I had a mother who was independent, and I saw how that helped the family. I also believe strongly that it's like a plane with two engines and it's flying with one engine. Yeah. It's a matter of time to crash. I've seen a lot of my friends go through business crisis, and I've seen them fail because they are not married. I've seen some of them struggle because they don't have a stable family. A lot of what I've overcome over the years has been because you have a wife who will say, look, they may not get you, but I get you.
Yeah.
I see your heart. I see what you're trying to do. I know you have good intentions. It may not always come out that way. And so having that, and also myself being able to do that for her and encourage her. That sometimes she wants to make certain investments. She's scared. She's not sure she's going to get good returns. And, there's always been that encouraging each
That's
other.
good because you get quite a lot of bashes sometimes on social media.
Yes,
so it's good to have a wife who supports and say, I get you.
Yes.
That's a good support. Let's talk about the acts of love. Are there things he does to show you he loves you?
Yes.
Aside from a house in Dubai.
No. There are things he has actually done and he's still doing. I had to train him, not train,
but
I had to teach him. I'll use that word because, I said he wasn't the romantic person.
Yes.
And so he's not used to being emotional to use words like, I love you. You're beautiful. Like you might be looking gorgeously beautiful. And somebody will say,
I would have never thought.
And in his mind, he's saying he's beautiful, but because he did not grow up to know how to do that.
Say that, okay.
So I had to. I'll go to him and stand in front of him.
Straight bullets
and
everywhere.
say, and say, can't you see me? He said, yes, I can see you. Then tell me I am beautiful.
Aww.
Then you say you are beautiful. Say it again.
So to be sure that you've learned the lesson, please tell her she's beautiful.
You are looking beautiful. I love your dress.
Thank you.
Perfect.
So, but do you guys ever get into a fight? Like when you fight, when you have disagreements, who apologizes first? Who is the person like, let me come to you and apologize?
I think earlier in the relationship, he does the apology, but now I think we've switched. So I do more of the apology. Yes. So I think now that he has conquered, so I'm the one doing the apology.
In the early days, you used to apologize.
Yes.
But now that you are DSA.
But he does apologize as well.
I don't think it's because I've conquered. I think it's a case of when we started, a lot of what I was trying to build for us, our idea was she wanted to be an employee. And that's even the vision of her dad, whether she works in customs or she works in any of these government parastatal. Now, I was the entrepreneurial guy, and it wasn't always as successful at the beginning. So there was a lot of her disagreeing with my methods or what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
But over time, as she can see the result, it's easier to say, look, I may not always agree with your method, but you are always right at the end of the day. So I think that's what has led to more of the apology coming from me.
Let's talk about faith and money. Because people say that as a Christian, really, you shouldn't be pursuing money. Like, you should just be modest. I mean, shouldn't all these rich people, they're probably going to do something illegal to be that rich. As a Christian, you should be moderate. You shouldn't be too flamboyant. And I know you're a Christian, and I know you're also a Christian, and you're very close I think it's the Pastor Yedipo. So I always think to myself, okay, how does a Christian man or woman, how can you confidently say this wealth, that is godly wealth? Not a lot of people can come out and say, this is God's wealth. This is just either they did something shady at the back. But how have you been able to combine faith and wealth?
Good question. I think it's a tough one, to be honest, because in the business world is very much of shark eats shark.
Yeah.
And a lot of either competitors or enemies that you build as you grow business, they are not nice. Nobody's playing nice with you in the marketplace. And when you then also you are trying to balance the rules with your faith, then sometimes it looks as if you are disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Okay? Because, for example, I don't believe anybody is my competitor. I believe that we can all do the same business, and I do well and you do well. But not every other competitor feels that way. The other competitor feels this guy is rising. Let's sponsor something against him. Let's pull him down. But that's also the place of why you also have spiritual weapons, the place of prayer, the place of fasting.
Yeah.
One of the scriptures I love is about ruling down in the midst of thy enemies. It says, prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. So you, as a Christian, you also must understand the spiritual warfare part of things, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, or principalities and powers in high places. So you must be conscious of that dimension to business and operate with that. So some things will happen in the natural, you go in the spiritual and overcome them.
Fantastic. So let's talk about the most exotic places you've traveled to that years, because I know you guys travel a lot. I mean, and I admire how you guys enjoy your family together. You do a lot of things that we see on social media. I'm like, oh wow, these guys they're also happy. So where is that place you guys have gone together that is so memorable that I can't forget this place?
Disney World.
Disney World in Florida, yes. Or which one? Florida. Nice, yes. Nice. You and the kids?
Yes, with the kids. Basically, what he always says is that there's no way really to balance between the home and work. So what he does is integration. So because it's often not available for the kids. Right. So whenever he has the opportunity when they're on vacation, he just wants to ensure that while he's working, because it's work vacation for him, it's not that he's going on vacation, but he's still able to have the kids and impact their lives as a father. So he's able to integrate having the family, having the family time, and also being on the vacation, even though he's working at the same time. So that's why it's integration, family integration.
So my final question to the two of you, and I'd like you guys to answer it separately. There's a young couple, just married, he's a businessman, and his mother has always been at home, a homemaker. And he believes that what made him is having a wife, stay at home and focus on the children. Listening to you today is wondering, please don't come and scatter my plans. What advice would you have for especially young people who have the model like, listen, your wife doesn't need to work, I can earn enough for the family. Would you advise them to continue that model, or do you really believe it's beneficial to empower a wife? I'd like you to take that. I also like to hear from your own part. Do you feel that this empowerment has helped you, or would you have rather just gently stayed because you'd rather your family, your quiet space, everybody knows, BC, I can tell you, I'd rather just be in my house. So I'd like to hear from both of your perspective. You want to start first or you want to go first? You go ahead. Let me hear your
So for me, it has to do with the woman, firstly, before the man. So I came from a background whereby I saw how women were treated based on always asking for money from the spouse. So I'll see my stepmom ask for money from my dad. I'll see my dad's reaction. I hated that reaction. So as a young girl, I said to myself, I don't want to depend on a man for money. So even while as a housewife, I was doing things as a housewife. Okay. I was even working in a way under the company as a housewife. But all the things I was doing, I was working from home. Yeah. So basically for me, not being able to financially contribute to the family was affecting my low self-esteem. My self-esteem. So I felt that this is not what I want of my life. I don't want to be an helpmate in terms of just taking care of the home front. Yeah. Let my husband come and I say, you know what, Oni, I've taken care of these bills. And if he's okay by it, it's fine. I don't need a refund. I'm supposed to help you. Yeah. Not, the Bible didn't say, help your spouse just to take care of the home front. Yeah. Helpmate, meaning every area of his life. Yeah. That's where you should be an helpmate. So it depends on the woman's choice. If she has the mindset of, I just want to be a homemaker as well. I also want to, I'm fine if my husband takes care of all the bills. Then it's fine. That's their decision. Okay. I always tell people that everybody's template is not what you can use to run your home. Exactly. Pick your template. If it works for you, it's fine. If it doesn't work for you. But if you're a woman that is ambitious, and you know that your life is more than just sitting at home, then you need to find a way to talk to your husband. These are things you should even discuss before marriage. Talk to your spouse. Explain to him, yes, I love to be at home, but I can do things while being at home without taking me away from the home. Fantastic. And that way, I'm involved in the life of the children. I'm also being there for you, but I'm also being fulfilled as a woman as well.
Well said. Well said.
So basically, what I would say to that woman, if you know you really, really are that woman who has so much to give to the world, find a way around it. Do not be naggy about it. Right. Don't get hungry. If you have to find messages and have your husband or conferences, you go together. For him, for instance, before we started dating, he has always empowered lives of countless of people. while we were students. He would just take us for breakfast meeting by 6:30 a.m. And what business was I doing? Just small business. I'll be going for breakfast meeting. If you are late, he will tell you to kneel down over the fact that I'm coming. This man will tell you to kneel down if you are late. For a breakfast meeting by 6:30 a.m. Even in the rain, you'll be there early and expect you to be there early. Whether it's raining, it's sunny, doesn't care by 6:30 a.m.
from a long time.
He has always been like that. You see why I didn't want to go into a relationship with him then. So basically, he has always been somebody who wants to impact lives, not expecting anything in return. And so even while we were dating, he would take people, he would take me along. I didn't like marriage. I didn't want to get married. I told him my concept about marriage, why I hated marriage, because I've had failed marriages all around me. Before we started dating, before I even thought of even dating me, he had taken me to homes that were working. Marriages that were working.
He conditioned your mind.
Yes. So I was already saying that marriage can be beautiful. You can be married. So basically, what I'm also saying is that as that individual, if you really want to have to do something with your life, do not try to force your husband. You can go for conferences together. Just find a way, the same way you talk to him, that will make him dip his hand in his pocket to give you the feeding allowance, to give you the money for Ashwebi, to follow you to go to that parties. Your husband listen. So don't say he's not listening. So because you were able to convince him to put money down for your for the parties in your home that you do, all those Ashwebi and all those things. So you can convince him. Don't give up. Pray about it as well. And that's where we should not give up when it comes to prayers. Keep talking to God. And don't say it will not change. Keep affirming the word. There are several times I affirmed what I wanted to say in my spouse, and it happened. So you can affirm it. It would see me as that contributor. And keep saying to yourself every morning, what do you want to see in your life? And before you know it, everything will fall in place.
That's, if you did not get anything, that's masterclass right there. Thank you so much. In fact, I love it that you are using your gift for the world, because there's so much you have in you. And I can see why he says you haven't started scratching the surface, because you have a lot of potential. You're a powerhouse. Thank you so much for that wonderful advice. I don't think there's anything else for you to say again, but let me just let you say one or two things.
So I would say it's important to also know that it's in phases.
Yeah.
There's a phase you need to take care of the children. The period she was very heavy as an housewife, the kids were still very, very young. And so you must also understand it's okay if at the beginning you stay back and try to give the children a solid foundation. Right? Because at the end of the day, what is success without a good successor in terms of raising godly children? So I think that's very, very important for them. And like she also said, no, I don't like talking about relationship because I think sometimes people who teach on relationship impose their blueprints on others. And everybody's case is different. What is perfect for us is toxic for another person.
True.
Right? So you have to figure out what work for you guys, know your own breaking points, know what you need to do, and figure it out. But ultimately, you both must be two forgivers living together. Marriage is two forgivers living together. Okay? Because if you can't forgive yourselves, that marriage will not last.
True.
You know, it's two forgivers. Number two is also important to know that marriage is for two teachable people.
Yeah.
You must understand that both of you must be willing to learn. And be teachable.
Right.
And thirdly, marriage is for people who are willing to negotiate. I want to go this way. You want to go this way. Can we meet halfway? Right? Marriage is two negotiators. Right? Working together. Because
not
you
one dominating
not
the other.
Exactly, not one dominating the other. You both must be willing to move, shift ground, move a bit, adjust a bit. And lastly, what makes marriages last is that both parties must be hungry for a perfect marriage. Right? Both of you. It can't be one person. And perfect marriage is not a destination. is a journey.
Wow.
Every day, both of you must contribute to make it work.
Fantastic.
As long as you don't take each other for granted,
Yes.
the marriage will continue to work.
Fantastic.
Then I think you should also add comparison, because we also have a situation whereby couple compare themselves with other couples.
Yes.
It's something that crash marriages a whole lot. So
Stop
if
comparing.
you actually felt that couple is better, why didn't you marry that couple?
Exactly.
That individual
That's
you're
possible,
comparing
yeah.
with. So
Yeah,
please,
we get that a
comparison.
lot. You see some women saying, "Can't my husband be like you?" And then you see some women too wishing, some men telling me about how they wish their wife is like my wife. And I always say, there's no such thing. Just like she said, the wife that you are looking at, it was investment. You know, in fact, even as for our business, she started rising at some point. I intentionally took her to some people. One of them is Mr. Oshika. You know, to groom her into another phase of being a successful woman that owns her space. So, are you doing that for your own wife? Right? So no comparison.
We see the results. I mean, I'm so impressed by both of you. You know, with the impact you're making to yourselves and also to your business. Congratulations! Thank you so much for being on the show. We love that you came. So that's all we can take on this segment. However, Mr. Kintayo was here last week, and we have some change from his declaration. So don't worry, we'll still declare. So we have about 200,000 naira left from the money you gave us last week. So we'll be giving it out to our audience members today. So please do the honors.
Have a gift.
Okay, you have a gift?
Yes.
Go ahead. It should be on. Maybe take that one.
I author some about 5 AI books,
AI
and we're
books.
giving all of you for free today. So if they can put it on the screen, you just scan the QR code and you'll be able to immediately download it.
Have you given it to them, to the guys? Okay, it's going to be, they're working on it, so you get that. So while we are raising the numbers, you get the QR code and you scan it and you can get a copy. That's modern. That is not the carrying book all around. So, Mr. Akita, you do the honors to help us take, should we do 20 or 10? Because they want the more the merrier, so that everybody gets something. Okay, so help us pick 20 cards. But it might be 19 cards, because yesterday I heard that there was extra. There was extra yesterday, I think. But go ahead, just do 19 cards. Okay. Mention. Go ahead.
Number 25.
25. Please clap now. Encourage them. Pick one. Okay.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 56.
56. Hey, yeah, Benji. This is like the third one this week.
Number 46.
46.
Number 15.
Number 15.
Number 31.
31.
Number 48.
48. Who is 48?
Number 12.
Number 12.
Number 28.
Number 28.
Number 49.
Number 49. 10 more.
Number 37.
Number 37. 37.
Number 57.
57. 57.
Number 42.
42. Who is 42?
Number 50.
Number 50. 50.
Number 59.
Number 59. 5 more. Do I have online? Do I have online done?
Number 65.
Number 65. 4 more. 4 more.
Number 71.
71. Finally.
72.
72.
Number 22.
22. One more.
Number 14.
Number 14. Where's 14? That's it. 5, 10, 20. Congratulations. Let's go and celebrate.
Let's go. Ìgbàgbọ́ ìrètí, ìlérí tí kò ní pẹ́, ìlérí tó tètè jọ́sọ̀, Ọlọ́run lè mí fẹ́. Ìgbàgbọ́ mi bí ọmọ bàbá gbọ́ tèmi rẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìgbàgbọ́ ìrètí, ìlérí tí kò ní pẹ́, ìlérí tó tètè jọ́sọ̀, Ọlọ́run lè mí fẹ́. Ìgbàgbọ́ mi bí ọmọ bàbá gbọ́ tèmi.
Àìsè ìgbàgbọ́ ìrètí, ìlérí tí kò ní pẹ́, ìlérí tó tètè jọ́sọ̀, Ọlọ́run lè
It's our show, everyone. Thank you very much for spending our time with us. Thanks to all our support. Sweet Sensation, thank you for breakfast. And Shu Major, thanks for my lovely outfits. Follow us on Instagram, The Mariah Show, Map Studio Pro. And don't forget to subscribe to The Mariah Falabi Brown YouTube channel and click on the subscribe button. See you again on Monday. Bye for now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I think about the things that you've done, my imagination has come to reality. Oh my God, you do this